Very good. As my colleague said, it is always welcome when there is any scheme brought in place which will improve the situation for people out there, and that is very welcome that there is a scheme and that it's making an effort. But you know, all of us recognise also that when you have a scheme like this, there is an opportunity to try and get the most in need dealt with first. And that's, I think, the criticism that all of us have of the scheme. And it's not here to be critical, it's here to be constructive. And I think there is a missed opportunity that the government had to try and reach the people who are most in need, who have the most hardship and who have the most difficulty in respect of that. And that's why I think it could have been done the way that many of the other grant schemes are done, such as the grant schemes for older people, but through the local authorities, where you get a larger grant if you're on a lower income, and as your income brackets goes up, that the level of the grant would fall. That would make sense to most people, and that's, I think, what should have been done and could have been done, and that's, I think, one of the big issues with this. The other issue that I know a number of people have come to me in regard to, and perhaps the Minister can clarify at some point, is in regard to people who have maybe a home that they inherited. I have one man who inherited an old house from his uncle 10, 15 years ago. Nobody has lived in it in years, but it's sitting there out in a rural area. He wants to know, will this grant work for him or will it not? Or will he have to wait for some other grant to come later on? And that's another part of this as well, Minister, is that, you know, the new loan scheme that's supposed to come in, that will be hopefully a low interest loan that people will be able to avail of. Of course, it's not good to be getting people into debt in these circumstances, but we have the grant coming now and the loan later on. So a lot of people in those circumstances will have to wait to see if they're able to apply for or even qualify for that loan. People who already have mortgages, who already have car loans, who already have commitments in life. And that's, I think, one of the things that seem to be missing in all of this, is an understanding that the people that need this most are the people who are already under pressure, who already find that the cost of living crisis is really biting them so hard. And to say to those people, you'll have to go out now and borrow another 25,000 or more, it just doesn't work for them. They'll say to themselves, look, we can't afford to do that. We haven't got the situation to do that. I raised it earlier on today about a man who had cancer who can't afford to get health insurance. You know, people, and he was saying he would get health insurance after he had his mortgage paid, which is another 10, 12 years away. That's when he'd be able to afford to do that. But unfortunately, cancer came up to him sooner. It's the same thing with people who need to get their homes retrofitted. They're saying, I'd love to get my home retrofitted, but I can't afford to do that. I can't afford to take on another loan until I get my mortgage gone. And these are the people, I think, that this scheme could have targeted much, much better. And there is always time, of course, to make adjustments and to make changes. And I will encourage you, Minister, to take on the criticisms, if you want to call them criticisms, or the constructive message that opposition is giving you here, that there is an opportunity to do that, and that as you move forward to finalise this scheme, to put measures in place which will target those people most in need.
Thank you, Deputy. Moving on.